Welcome back. I hope you had a good week. This week is just a mixture of things that I've been doing this week. Tarn's been off farm for 4 days, so I've missed her. I missed my wingman, so I've had to do all my cattle movements by myself. I've just moved Tex and the rams into this paddock that we call B4. Those who watch us a lot will know which paddock it's in, because I need to be able to use the laneway to get animals down to the cattle yard so I can load them up and take them off farm to a place where we're agisting them. I've done a deal with that farmer, and he's going to graze our animals, and we'll supply him with some meat. So that's a good trade-off. So I hope you enjoy this week. Have a good week, and we'll catch you next one. I've got a bit of animal logistics to do today. I've got to move Tex and the boys. He's catching up with me. You are, aren't you? I'll let him catch up. Yes, I know. Yep. I'll put it down there. You'll give me a good whack otherwise. I'm going to pinch it and continue our travels. Just to entice him. I got Tex and the rams into the B4 for those people who understand or have been here or have followed us for a while. You'll understand where I'm putting them. They're in the dairy paddock. And this is a view across the back. I've got to move the 3 young heifers into the long paddock to get them into the yards. One day I'll have a proper laneway system set up, but not yet. So I've just got to move the animals around. One of the things that keeps Tex really placid is spending lots of time with him. And I try and do this at least once a week. Come down and give him a good pat and a good brush up, and he just loves it. He just loves it. Doesn't mean you don't watch them, because they are a big animal. And they can, just by turning their head around, they can hit you if you get too close. But he is a very gentle man. And he just loves getting a brush. Don't you, big boy? Okay. How's that? Is that good? You are a gentle boy, aren't you? You love that, don't you? Not big on your feet. Hey, what was that? You're just having a big breathe in there. Hey. See you, big boy. Hey. You'll have some girls to play with soon. Hey, another couple of weeks. Sorry about that. Hey. Our cover crop has done exceptionally well. In places it's well above my knee. And the chicory is starting to really shine through. All those broadleaf leaves, there's lots of plantain, there's even lots of radishes still coming through. Clover is amazing. And I think I'll run the young girls and the sheep in here for a couple of days. There's the young girls waiting at the gate. I might let them into the middle paddock. Hello girls. They're happy. They've had the run of the home paddock for just over a week, and they've done a great job of knocking that down, and they're looking good. But these three girls are heading off to a big farm. Yes, you are. Yep. In the next week, so that'll be good to get them off. Took them a while to get their attention. They're very contented in here. I just had to come up closer to them and get their attention. Here they all come. Come on, girls. Come on. Hello, darling. Hello, whiteface. Hello, sweetie. Come on, girls. Let's go. It's like being the Pied Piper, isn't it? Come on, girls. They're in for a treat once they see the cover crop, but I'll put up an electric fence and subdivide the paddock, and I'll get them into there tomorrow. They're looking really good. Some of the lambs are nearly the size of their mothers. One good thing about sheep is once you get one going, the rest of them will go as well. But they know the drill. They're heading off to the gate. They crack me up. They really are enjoyable animals to have. The cows and the sheep have done a great job of eating out and trampling down this cover crop. And I've moved them out today, and they've moved on to another paddock, and I'll let this rest and recover. I'm just about to get some water going on it, but they've done a great job. But this morning, at about 4 o'clock, I could hear some lambs making some noise, and this area here where the netting is, or behind the netting, was where I planted corn and sorghum. It's probably about 15 metres by 6 metres sort of thing, and I had two lambs caught up in the netting, and I had to come out and cut them out of the netting, but they were sufficiently subdued by being caught in the netting that they didn't try and run away or make a big fuss. They just sat down while I cut them out, but they were all tangled up in the netting, so I'll have to cut out a section of this netting so I can use it elsewhere, because it does come in handy from time to time, but obviously not ideal for lambs if it's not electrified. So lesson learnt. I've got an opportunity here. They're the three girls that I need to get out of this paddock, and it's a big paddock, and the sheep are in another area, and these three girls are on their own, and I'm just using their inquisitiveness, because if I call them I'll get all the sheep. So they've seen me in the paddock, or at least one of them has, and I'm just waiting for their curiosity to kick in and come and see me. I've got an enticement of a bit of hay, a bit of lucerne, which they just love. And they've seen me drop that down, but they're very contented in this paddock. I'll zoom in a bit further. But I might just have to wander down towards them for them to get them to move towards me. Pity I don't have a dog that could do that. But I'll just be patient with them. That's the easiest way to work with cattle, is just be patient. They do what you want them to do eventually if you understand their language. Well, that's Yuzuri. I'll head off towards them. I got these 3 little girls out without any drama. The sheep are none the wiser. So I'll just move them up into the long paddock. Come on, girls. Follow me. Come on. I've got the girls into the long paddock without any dramas. They just followed me quite nicely, and then they get a reward. Don't you, girls? Hey, you're a good girl, Yuzuri. She's the leader of the pack. Hey, aren't you? So these are the 3 girls that I mentioned are going off farm. I will miss them because they are delightful to have around. But we need to give our place a bit of a rest and manage our pastures better going into winter, having more grass on the ground and not overgrazing, which is what I was doing last year. But now I've got a lot more options up my sleeve now that I've got this big paddock here where our breeding cows are, and I've got to get one of them out of there with her calf, and because she'll be going off farm as well, and then I can put them all together with Tex to start with, and then Tex will have some company, and then another couple of months Chuck will be weaned from her mum, or his mum, Yuzuri, not Yuzuri, Spelzer, and then I'll have when it'll be April, May, I'll probably put the rams in with the sheep as well. But then I've got to get all the lambs off, and all the ones that I don't breed, I've got to get them off to next door where we grow them out. So it'd be nice having these guys around the house for a couple of days because they really are delightful. I got the 2 burger boys in by myself. My wingman's away at the moment, and I might have to fix up a few things. This trailer is a lot higher than the last trailer. I had a horse float last time and I loaded them up from here quite successfully, but this time was a couple of problems. I couldn't take a video because I was on my own. Sorry about that, but I'll take a video when we're unloading them at the other end. Hello, boys.
Here we go. Ready, Audrey? Ready, Mary?
Come on out.
Bit of a slip.
Unco, wasn't it? You hit your leg?
I reckon.
You just gave it a knock. You should be all right. So they're the burger boys.
Nice one.
So that's our meat for the next 2 years.
Looking good, mate. Looking real good.
I've had my trusty tractor out this morning, and one of the jobs I've had to do is fix up this ramp here for loading the cattle on my trailer, and it was just too high and on a bit of an angle, the ground here. So I've dug it out another 400 mil, about 400 mil at the ramp there, and I'll just finish. That's pretty coarse, but I'll just finish this off now with a dingo, which I'm a little bit better with at doing this sort of stuff. Just finishing it off, it'll make it much smoother and nicer with the dingo and the level bar on it to push all of this around. The bucket does a great job, but I'm pretty coarse with it. And there's a bloody great stump right in the corner here, which I've got most of it out. That's a problem, but I'll see how the dingo goes with that. I might just hook the bucket over the top of that and just give it a pull back. So that's what I've been able to do with the dingo, is just clean it all up and level it out, make a nice track. Just a little bit of rake work and a little bit of shovel work should see this all fixed up. And I have to buy a couple of gates so I can, this is just a pen with an opening. Did have a gate on it, but it fell off. Now I've put some dirt on the top there to raise that level up as well, so I'll just rake that out. And Bob's your uncle, just I need a gate to go across from that post back to the timber, and then make another gate here on the side. It'll come together. I've got it pictured in my brain. It'll come together when I do it next, but that'll be a lot safer for loading up the little girls who are next cabbed off the rank. I went and got a couple of gates to finish off the loading ramp, and this is my holding paddock, and then they can come through here, and this is what I had pictured in my mind. So the gate being opened, a gate on the right hand side there, and I can then, once they're all fastened together, then I can then start putting pressure on them by closing this gap up a little bit. So that's my idea. I think it'll work good. Leave a comment if you think otherwise, but I'll see how that goes.